Assalamu alaikum students, how is it going? Today we are going to do some practical applications on our Scratch software. I have written down some of these. First of them is change the sprite and set a new backdrop. To change the sprite, we would go to this cat like icon and we would choose a sprite. Let's say, for example, I want to appear a bear and delete the previous sprite, and it would appear when I click and it would say hello. Then we would go to looks block, say hello, and when will it say hello? When we run the program. For running the program, we use this flag button. Like when this flag button is clicked, it will say hello. Yay, it is saying hello. So our first practical is completed. Let's move on to the second one. Move sprite forward backward turn left right using motion blocks. मोशन ब्लॉक्स को यूज़ करते हुए हमने स्प्राइट को फॉरवर्ड बैकवर्ड लेफ्ट राइट मूव करना. ओके, सो हम न्यू ओपन कर लेते हैं अपना. ओके, मोशन ब्लॉक फॉरवर्ड मूव 10 स्टेप्स. ये sprite is moving forwards. For backwards we would use this -10. We would write here -10, and when we click, the sprite will move backward. You see, it is moving backwards. Now we would like our sprite to move upwards and downwards. For moving it upwards, we would like to change its direction. The direction can be changed from here. When we click on it, we would get a 360-degree protector. If I hold and scroll it, it will change its direction. For example, when I put it at 180, like in a protector, it will go downwards. And when I click on move 10 steps, it will go downwards. If I change its direction to like this, 0 degree, and when I click on move 10 steps, it will go upwards. This was the practical. Okay. The second practical also want us to turn left right using motion blocks. Turn. There is a difference between move and turn. The move block will put the sprite like this is walking. But in turn block, like if I click on this, the turn block will rotate my sprite. This. If it is clockwise, and this one is for anti-clockwise. I'm sure you have already seen this, the double protector. It is very useful for understanding the angles. You have already studied that circle has 360 degrees. So the our sprite will move from 90, 270, 180 and then 360 for first round. Okay. Next move on to our third practical, which is make a sprite appear and say hello. Change sprite and set a new backdrop. Okay. हमने स्प्राइट भी चेंज करनी है और उसका बैकड्रॉप भी चेंज करना है. ये देखते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, I'll add an apple, delete the previous, and for backdrop I would like to add this tree. So our apple is lying here at a tree. This was just our simple practical. Okay, we have done this one, and this one. Okay. Now program sprite to move 10 steps forwards when right arrow key is pressed. Okay. अब हमने events block का यूज करना है. Okay. First of all हमारी condition क्या है कि जब right arrow key press की जाए, तो when dash key pressed, ये वाला event हम यूज करेंगे. इसमें हम right arrow key को select करेंगे space की जगह right arrow key. अगर right arrow key press की जाए तो हमारा sprite, then our sprite will move 10 steps forwards. For 10 steps forwards, we will go to our motion block and we will drag and drop this block and join it with this. When right arrow key pressed, the sprite will move 10 steps. Let's press our right arrow key, which is here on keyboard. The sprite is moving 10 steps forwards. This practical is also done. Next practical is when the space key is pressed, the sprite should turn 90 degrees. We will go again to our events block. When the space key pressed, here we will select space. The condition was when space key is pressed, the sprite should turn 90 degrees. So turn 90 degrees would be selected from the motion block. Turn 90 degrees clockwise. Here instead of 15 we would like our 90 degree. Okay, so when I press my space bar key from the keyboard, it will turn 90 degrees like this.